For those of you who want a quick look at the Douglas County Board of Commissioners meeting, here's the Board of County Commissioners Quick Time Update. County Manager Steve Mokro-Heiske is with me, and the first item from the November 21st meeting of the Commissioners was funding of community grants.
That's right, and the board does this every year, Lloyd, where they allocate funding to various community organizations that do great work. This year they had around $163,000 to allocate. We had over $228,000 in requests, so they had to make some reductions, but they funded a number of wonderful organizations like Austin's House, Boys and Girls Clubs, the Carson Valley Arts Council, Suicide Prevention Network, Friends of Dangberg Home Ranch, Douglas Center for Hope and Healing, Tahoe Youth and Family Services, Young at Heart, and a number of other organizations that do great work in our community. So the board is really pleased to continue to support that work in Douglas County.
Okay, Commissioners also approved interim water rates for the Sierra Country Estates water system.
And this is part of our effort now as we've acquired the previously private Sierra Country Estates water system and are running that system now that we're setting rates for those water users. There are 17 customers in Sierra Country Estates, several $100s per month for this water system because of the great costs. There, it's an interim rate for less than a year. We'll be back talking about this issue more in the future.
Okay, Commissioners heard presentations on community development block grants.
And this is another process we go through. That Federal Housing and Urban Development Department provides money to the states, and we rank projects, put them forward. There are 5 agencies: Town of Gardnerville, East Fork Fire and Paramedic District, Douglas County Community Services Foundation, Nevada Rural County's RSVP program, Suicide Prevention Network. All submitted applications. The board at the December 5th meeting will then rank the top 2. Those will go on and compete for funding from the state.
Okay, and Commissioners approve the Tahoe Area Plan regulations as modified by the TRPA.
We've talked about this several times. It's a cleanup item from our previously adopted South Shore Area Plan, and the Tahoe Regional Planning Agency made a number of minor adjustments with the consent of Douglas County and private property owners like Edgewood Companies. And so this is a cleanup to make sure that our area plan, our code are consistent with the Tahoe Regional Planning Agency governing board's approval of that plan that we brought forward.
And Commissioners heard an update on the county's technology services, and that there's a new director.
That's right, Craig Betts, and we're pleased to welcome Craig to Douglas County. He's got great experience, over 20 years with Nevada Energy, Employers Inc., and other private companies, and he's going to be our leader for a new position, a new leadership position in Douglas County that we did without raising costs anywhere, taking some other positions and consolidating. And we have leaders across the organization. Now we've got a leader in technology to make sure that we're investing taxpayer resources in the ways that they can best improve efficiencies and quality of service for our customers.
Well, with everything moving toward technology, it's a good investment for the county.
It is, yeah. We've made a lot of investment, and now we've got someone who can take us, to that next level.
Okay, Commissioners approved a resolution concerning the future funding of water projects in the county.
And it was not a bond issuance, let's say that. There was a question and a little bit of confusion from some that we were going out and issuing bonds. This was simply a resolution that incorporated the $100,000 in acquisition costs for the Sierra Country Estates water system and allows us to capture that cost as part of some potential future bond issuance. We also then included around $1 million that we may need to invest in the Sierra Country Estates water system capital investments, as well as around $14 million for Lake Tahoe water system investments. So all these things we put together. In order to actually go out and issue bonds in the public market, the board will have to come back and do public noticing and have several meetings and appeal processes. So just the first step in a long phase of looking at paying for our future capital investment of water systems.
Well, Commissioners heard a presentation from the Nevada Rural Housing Authority.
Usually every year, rural counties will allocate their private activity bond cap to Nevada Rural Housing Authority. This year, they didn't ask that we do that. It doesn't have any cost to us. It's just changing the authorization, allowing them to capture the bond cap. They didn't do that, but they did give us an update on their Home at Last program. It's a down payment assistance program and mortgage credit certificate program to allow for tax savings and down payment for low-income rural residents to be able to purchase homes.
Okay, and the last item on the agenda was Commissioners approving a pump station for Upaway Estates at Tahoe.
Yes, and this was a cost share, a 50-50 cost share between a private property owner and Douglas County. We have the responsibility, Douglas County, to make that capital investment. The private property owner wanted to see it happen sooner, and so we're going to cost share it with them. There are additional parcels that down the road, as they get built out, will benefit from it.
Well, that's a quick look at the actions taken by the Douglas County Board of Commissioners at their November 21st meeting. I'm Lloyd Higuera. With me is County Manager Steve Mokro-Heisky for the Board of County Commissioners Quick Time Update.